Well, good evening, friends. It's Denise Wright with Elegantly Expressed, your independent chalk couture designer. And tonight, I just wanted to show you how to make these really cute little tassels, little wood beads and tassels for really any project, but I used them on these little tags that I made the other night. So I thought I'd show you how to do that. All right, it's super easy. All you need is jute or twine, a pair of scissors, which I'm just using my chalk couture ones because I don't have another pair right here. I really should save these just for the transfers, but I think it'll be okay. I'm going to just cheat a little bit. So jute, scissors, wood beads, and hot glue. I find it a little bit easier to hot glue the end as I was playing around with these. So I've got 2 lengths of jute. I've got just this shorter version, and then I've got a longer version. And the longer version is actually a little over 7 feet. It's almost 7.5 feet. So what I'm gonna do here, well, let me check. Let me get on my Facebook page here so I can see if you've got any comments. Any questions as I'm going along? Okay, so this smaller piece I'm going to leave off to the side for a moment because that's actually going to be like this part that wraps around. So I'm going to begin by taking about 10 inches or a foot or so and leaving that off to the side because I don't really need that right now, but we're really going to use this to string the beads onto, okay? And then I'm wrapping around 3 fingers, and I'm not doing it tight, but I'm gonna do, I think about 14 wraps is what it ends up being. Okay, maybe 13 wraps. All right, I wanna leave, let's see, I guess I don't need that because I did cut this off. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so I did about 13 or 14 wraps just around my fingers, and then I still have this tail, okay, at the end. So I'm gonna use this longer tail to actually tie a knot right through the top of this. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so gotta stop the volume on this. Sorry about that. Okay. So when you come in, also let me know that you're here, please. I'd like to see who is watching and who's joining. All right, so all I did is I'm making a little bit of a loop here, and I'm gonna tie this. And I'm just gonna, I guess, just double knot it. Be good if I knew how to tie a bow. Tie. Sometimes I'm silly, it's okay. All right, I'm gonna just do one more around here and make it tight because it still feels like it's a little loose. So what this does is it allows me to have just one top piece, and then this other piece is gonna really be on the bottom, all right? So then I'm just gonna cut the bottom. So cut all of those across the bottom here, like that. And I'll trim this guy up a little bit more later too, but just so he doesn't get in the way, I'll trim him a little bit now. Okay, so basically just have this right now, right? Okay, so one knot on top and then my little tassel. So now I'm gonna grab this together and I'm gonna grab this other little piece that I've got and I'm gonna tie a knot. I'm gonna try to do it at the end of this piece as close as I can because I'm just gonna cut off the extra. Okay, I'm gonna tie that really tight. And I'm gonna double knot that as well. And this is the piece that I'm gonna use to wrap around so we get kind of a nice finished look there. All right, right, so now I'm just going to wrap this around tightly. Just until I get it to how I like it. It doesn't have to be perfect at this point. But, so now the hot glue is going to come into place because I'm just going to place a little bit of hot glue there. But I'm going to move, see if I can move this up a little bit before I hot glue it into place. Just going to get it just a little closer to the top. I feel like I came down a little too far. There we go. Try wrapping that again. I'm twisting it. As you see, I'm not a pro at this. I'm just trying to learn myself. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue here. Did not mean to do quite that much, but that's okay. As you know, hot glue kind of comes off easily. And careful not to burn yourself like I was just trying to do. And I'll wait for that to kind of dry. Okay. All right, so we kind of got the bottom of our tassel here, ready to go. Now I'm going to just trim up the edges a little bit, just to make it a little bit neater because it is a little uneven. Make it just a little neater there, okay? And then with this top part, then that's the part that I'm actually going to string our beads onto. I use 2 different sizes of beads for this one. So I've got just one of these thicker beads first, and I'll put the sizes here. I forgot to look that up, but I got a kit that's got 3 different sizes. I think this one's a 30 and then maybe a 20. So this might be a 20 and a 10. I'll look it up. Okay, so then I'm just going to string these on. And I find sometimes just twisting it in, although it does help if you twist it in the way that it is actually twisting. I'm much better at chalk couture than I am at all these other things. But I do like to try to be a little crafty, so it is fun regardless. But it does help if I twist it the right direction. So if I twist it with the natural, the way it's naturally kind of twisted there, it would probably be a little better. And I'll bet if I added a little teeny bit of glue right on the edge of that, maybe I can get that to bind together a little bit nicer. I have seen some people that use, I guess they're large blunt tip needles. And so a needle would work, you know, really good if you had a larger needle. But see, I just put a little bit of hot glue on the end of that, and it works just dandy. Okay, so made a little mess here, but that is what we're looking like at this point. And then if I wanted to add it onto a tag, I of course would do a tag that I had already chalked on, but then I would just tie this on right here and cut off the tail after I tied it on. I tried to get it as tight as I could here, and then we'd be all set. So it's just super simple, but I am offering these supplies. If you buy the tag, these little tag kits, then there's a little add-on to add on the wood beads and then the tassels. So at this point, I'm planning on just being able to supply the jute for it, but if somebody wants me to make their tassels, I can do that too, and just send you the wood beads, because I could just put a knot here and then you could knot it onto yours. So, however, Depends on how crafty you guys want to be. So that is all I had for you tonight. I just wanted to do a quick little video of how to do these cute little wood beads and tassels. If you guys have other ideas of what works well for you in terms of making tassels, I would love to hear that. I've been watching some YouTube videos trying to figure out what the best way is, but I'm still learning. So if you have a suggestion, then I would love to hear it. Okay, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the Sunday, and I will talk with you probably tomorrow evening after I get done with work. I'll come in and do another project. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great night.